I'm too sick.
Hey everyone, so today we're going to be doing another collection video. You guessed it probably by the background. This was requested a while ago, probably like 2 months ago, and I apologize to the person who asked to see this, but I'm going to be showing you all of our dolls from entertainment. So that basically includes celebrities, dolls from movies, TV shows, books, etc. This does not include my Disney dolls or like animated characters. They will be featured in a separate video, which is coming soon. And as always, if you want to see additional pictures or information about these dolls, what they're wearing, etc., I'll link my Flickr below and you can check out my albums. Most of them are in the Dolls from Entertainment album. This doesn't include either like Barbie movies, like Barbie is Genevieve, you know, that kind of thing. Musical dolls who go all the way up until here with Troy. I was not around like collecting dolls during the High School Musical fad. That was during my like doll hiatus. But when I first got back into dolls in 2011, I saw High School Musical dolls everywhere, like at every flea market. And they really intrigued me because they were the size of Mary-Kate and Ashley. I remembered when these dolls came out, I would see the big displays at Walmart and I had to like pretend I wasn't interested in them, even though, believe me, I was. This is like the tall singing Gabriella. She was actually one of my first 4 the High School Musical dolls. I got this Gabriella doll, this Sharpay doll, this Gabriella doll, this Sharpay doll, all on the same day at a flea market. This is my favorite Gabriella. She's just the High School Musical 2 lady. I think she is so pretty, and I will shamelessly say that I've actually played with this doll when my sister and I have broken out the dolls to play with because she's so pretty. This is Sing Together Gabriella. She's got really interesting makeup. This is Midsummer's Night Talent Show Gabriella. I found her in like a random bin of junk at an indoor flea market, and I felt so bad for her, and she has like one of the nicest quality High School Musical outfits.
I've actually put that dress on my Skipper dolls.
This is Prom Gabriella, and cool story, I got her in a random bin of dolls last summer in 2015, and then this summer I found her dress, which whoever owned it before cut it up, but I found this with one of my Troys. This is Graduation Gabriella. This is my other tall Sharpay doll. I found her last summer in her original outfit. Really cool. I talked about her already. This is Ready for Summer Sharpay. And so these are 3 High School Musical 2 Sharpays, and I believe I got them all during the summer of 2012. My favorite, she also has the wonkiest face. Then we have my Graduation Sharpay. She was my first High School Musical doll that I got boxed. I got her in the mall at this novelty toy store. And then this is Prom Sharpay and Prom Taylor. I got them together. Taylor's bangs are missing. Someone cut them off. Then we have High School Musical 3 Chad. He's my only Chad doll. I think he's so cool. I love his textured hair. I got him boxed. This is High School Musical 2 Ryan. He was one of my first High School Musical dolls. This is High School Musical 3 Ryan. I got him and this Troy and that Chad boxed on the same day at this indoor flea market. This is actually Sing Together Troy. Don't be deceived by this shirt. That's what I got him in. This was my first Troy, Treehouse Moment Troy, and I have played with him a lot. I really like this guy. I mean, they all have kind of cheesy faces, but I love them. My 2 Prom Troys, so I can tell them apart. So this is my newer guy. I got him in a bin of dolls with Prom Gabriella's outfit, and this was my first guy. Then we have my High School Musical 3 Troy, and he has a different head mold. I actually like this one better. I mean, I think it looks less like Zac Efron, but I prefer it. It looks a little less cheesy.
Looks a little less creepy.
Yeah. So these are all of my Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls, and if you must know, my Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls are some of my favorite to collect. I have all kinds of play sets and fashion packs. I was super into Mary-Kate and Ashley. And just kind of a backstory on these dolls. I didn't really particularly care about like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, the actresses, until they came out with the doll line. And when I saw the Winning London dolls over here at KB Toys a bunch, I fell in love. I loved Ashley's curly hair, and it started getting me into watching the movies and collecting the merchandise. So these are the original Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls. I got her boxed at the flea market when I was a kid. My sister loved playing with her. This is her corresponding Mary-Kate. I got her as an adult in 2011. So I have 2 sets of the Travel in Style Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls, who, some of these outfits were in the movie Passport to Paris, but they're actually called Travel in Style. So these 2 are my boxed set. I got them in 2012 for $5. It was a crazy good deal. These 2 were actually my second set of Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls ever, and my very first second-hand one. I got them, had to have been sometime at the beginning of 2003. These are my 4 movie magic dolls. So 3 of these, except her, I got like later on as an adult. I believe I got them all in 2011 at flea markets and random clothes. But this girl was actually my childhood Ashley doll that Colleen really liked, and she has the heaviest makeup of the bunch. And the cool story about her is that there was this girl at the flea market that day who was selling off like a huge Barbie collection. I think she had like several hundred Barbies, and most of them were like pretty generic ones that I already had, but I saw this Ashley, and even though she was naked, I had to buy her because I thought it was a really cool story. And Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls are some of my favorites. They're from the Walmart like specialty line, so these are the real fashion for real girls. These were the first like specially branded Walmart dolls. I got them on eBay. They were on their cards, but they didn't have their outer boxes. And what I always loved about these dolls, and I always wanted them growing up when I saw them advertised on stuff, was that these outfits look like things that Mary-Kate and Ashley wore in Winning London. Like, this is at the beach Mary-Kate. I got her at my flea market. She has purple eyebrows, really cool. These are my fashion pajamas dolls. So this was my first one. I got her on my sister's 16th birthday back in 2003. And
she's one of your very first, Mary-Kate.
She's one of my very first ones. I named her Riley after the character from Winning London, and I played with her all the time. She has a little bit of burn damage from the blow dryer. So a few years later, when I was actually phasing out of dolls, I found these 2 at the flea market in a box. They were completely moldy, and I had to rescue them, and I could not leave Ashley behind even though I already had this one. So I brought them both home, and I got the mold out of their clothes, and they're much happier, I can assure you. I love them a lot, and I'm really glad to have a second Ashley since I burned her hair. And these are my Winning London dolls. Of all like 2,600 plus dolls in my collection, if I could literally only keep 5 or 10, these 2 would definitely make the cut because they're really special to me. They're irreplaceable. I'd like to find a nicer set because I ran these guys through the ground. Ashley was especially my favorite. I love them. I love her curly hair, and her hair's supposed to be a lot shorter, but her curls have kind of stretched out over time. They mean the world to me. Then we have my Still Little Time dolls. I got these 2 at KB Toys for $5 each back in the day. And these 2, I actually didn't get them together. I got them as an adult. She was from a bin that had 60 dolls in it, and she was in an outfit I needed. Then we have my 3 Sweet 16 dolls. I got them also early on. I think I got them, all 3 of them, in 2011. I thought she was getting there, Mary-Kate, because she was wearing a Getting There outfit, but that's what sloppy doll ID will do. And then I got these 2 with one of my Dorothy dolls that you'll be seeing later on in this video. They had all of their clothes, and they were in a We 3 Friends case.
With a lot of Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love them. They're really special to me. And this is probably my second most special Mary-Kate doll. For my 20th birthday, which was my last birthday with my dad, he let me pick out a few things on eBay, and I picked out my signature Aurora doll and this Mary-Kate from eBay. I really wanted her. I always wanted one of these Spa Day dolls. Remember, when I got her, my dad always said that she was really homely and really ugly. I don't really find her that ugly, but I love how her makeup and like toenail polish changes color. This is Curl and Style Ashley. She's one of my oldest ones. I got her for the hair gimmick. It doesn't honestly work. That's why her hair looks kind of funny, because it's got like little wires in it or something, but I love her anyways. These are my 2 Sense of Style. I got them both from the same seller at the same flea market in boxes, but I bought her a few weeks before. And yes, I can tell them apart because this one has darker, more high color makeup, and I really love them. And I got these 2, the Graduation Celebration dolls, also from that seller. And what's really cool is there's actually a variation of Mary-Kate with curly hair. This Ashley is one of my personal favorites. She has pierced ears and a beautiful face. And then last but not least, we have my New York Minute dolls. So I always wanted these dolls, even though it's my least favorite Mary-Kate and Ashley movie, because I love how Mary-Kate has some brown in her hair, but I never got them because I was phasing out of dolls at that time. But I found them in 2013 at my local flea market in the wrong clothes, and I almost left Ashley behind because I didn't realize who she was, but then I thought about it and I'm like, wait, that's Jane from New York Minute. I have to go back and get her, so I have both of them. So now we have my sister's Harry Potter dolls, so she's going to tell you a little bit about them.
So I admit I didn't actually play too much with most of these, but there are a few that I played with and I'll point them out. Are kind of like the equivalent of Shelley's Bratz collection in the sense that while I didn't play with these all that much, where she did play with the Bratz, these are the dolls that my dad put a lot of like time and money into helping me acquire. Like he really took an interest in my Harry Potter collection the way he did with the Bratz, so that makes these dolls really special. What's special is actually him. These are Magical Powers Harry dolls, and he was a birthday present for my 17th, but what makes him special is that Dad was in KB Toys with us, and he went off to look at like the boys' toys when we looked at the Barbies, and I see him come back with this mysterious bag. And I wondered what was in it, and he said, oh, well, if I showed you now, it wouldn't be a surprise. And this is who I opened on my birthday, and of all my dolls, if I could only keep a few, he would definitely be included. He's one of my most prized possessions. He's just a duplicate I got from a favorite flea market seller with a bag of action figures. She is my second Harry Potter doll. I got her back when I was about 16. Dad and Shelley were out getting pizza and groceries and stuff one night, and they came back with her for me. These are my two magical talking dolls. She is my very first Harry Potter doll in my collection. I had her quite a while. I got her at Toys R Us one night, and she actually has like a busted arm, which is how I know her so easily apart from that one.
I was trying to undress her for a photo, and somehow her arm broke.
Her, though, I actually got not long after her, but I kept her boxed for a very long time. And it's funny because she's actually a childhood doll, but it doesn't really feel that way because she was boxed. It was like I was renting her. These are Wizard Sweets dolls. This is actually the doll I play with the most of my Harry Potter dolls. She alternated with my Katie doll in our games. I actually even called her Katie. I played with her a ton. I'm immensely fond of her. She was just a box doll that I got as an adult and hoarded. And this Harry I got for my 17th. Both of these were actually late 17th birthday presents. I called him Oliver, and I did play with him a bit. Hogsmeade. Hermione I got when she was still in stores. I love her time turner. That's kind of her best feature. I played with her clothes on my Skipper dolls. And then Harry I rescued at a flea market from a seller that had a ton of Kelly dolls. He's got like a lot of chew marks, but I feel sorry for him and I love him anyway. I want to get a better one day.
We call him Daniel because he looks like Daniel.
Yes. These are actually my Madeline dolls. So I had one as a kid. I think it was her, but that's just me guessing. I don't really know. It has to be one of these three, but I don't know which one. Because at some point I had all my Madeline dolls that I had at the time jammed in Molly's trunk. It was from a lot except Pepito. Whichever one's my childhood doll and Pepito, who I got, I believe, last summer.
Yep.
I really wanted him. He's very cool. I know Danielle was from Bratz Guy. We got her with the Bratz Guy a lot, of Bratz dolls, and I think she was too, because I recognized the outfit. I played a lot with my Madeline doll as a kid. She like lived in my dollhouse and slept in my American Girl Molly's bed. Like, she was really special to me. I was huge into her. So it's really cool that I didn't even know they made like these neat fashion packs and like friends for her.
This is Alex Russo from Wizards of Waverly Place. She's in a Mary-Kate and Ashley fashion. I got her the Salvation Army. This is Raven from That's So Raven. I got her boxed at a consignment store, and I thought she was really cool. I love African American dolls, and she has a really interesting like head mold. This is my only Hannah Montana doll. I got her at a charity like yard sale. This is my Sabrina doll. So really quick background. When I was 14, my favorite TV show to come home and watch was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And while I don't really watch it anymore, and I haven't seen it in years, I always remember that. And I actually had a Sabrina the Teenage Witch doll, different version. And she got thrown out or given away or something in the carnage back in like 2011 when I first got back into dolls and I made the mistake of getting rid of a ton. And I always regretted that decision, and I don't even have her clothes anymore. So I got this doll this year in 2016 in the Ken suitcase lot, and she even has her shoes, so I was really happy about her, and her hair grows. This is my Brooke Shields doll. I got her last summer on opening day at the flea market. She was boxed. Always wanted one of these. Actually, the guy that sold my sister some of her Harry Potter dolls and Harry Potter collection used to have a Brooke Shields doll, and I would look at her all the time and want her. And you guys have seen her before in my How to Repair Doll Legs. This is my Truly Scrumptious doll, and she's like in mint shape, and this is actually my second outfit for her. I got this in a case of 60s Barbies, and it's even nicer than the one I got on her. This nice old woman was selling off a bunch of her like old dolls from like the 60s and 70s, and she let me have her for $2 along with my Marie Osmond dolls, who you'll be seeing in a few minutes, and her face paint is perfect. Like, I love this doll.
She's a beauty. She has really nice
Yes.
hair.
This is Katniss, and the cool story behind Katniss is, I personally don't know anything about the Hunger Games, but I thought this doll was magnificent when I first got back into collecting. So in 2012, my very first 2 store-bought Barbies in like years and years were this Katniss doll and the Dolls of the World India Barbie from 2011. Very, very special to me. And this is my sister's Fern doll from the When I Dream I Read series.
Yeah, I admit I play with the clothes more than the doll, and I don't really know why, because she's just so darn cute.
She really is.
Cute little redhead.
So then moving on, we have my Toy Story 2 Barbie. She was one of my childhood dolls. I remember when the movie came out, I was like, tour guide Barbie? I need that. And I found her at Toys R Us. She was actually one of the first dolls on display in my room when I got back into collecting, but I ran out of space, so... And these are my Star Trek dolls. So this is going to be a bit of a long story. But basically, when I was younger, especially right after my mom passed away, me and my dad used to watch a lot of sci-fi stuff together. Planet of the Apes, Star Trek. Ironically, we did not watch Star Wars, but he was really into that stuff. And I loved spending time with my dad. So I would... Every afternoon when Star Trek came on, I would curl up on the couch next to my dad, or I'd sit on the floor in front of the TV and I would watch Star Trek, and I loved that show. Years and years, I would always see these sorts of Star Trek dolls at flea markets. They're probably one of the most common collector Barbie sites in my area anyways. I see them all the time. So finally, in 2012, I found these guys from one of the sellers that I bought a lot of dolls from, particularly a lot of my Dolls of the World. I love them. She is beautiful, and I named him Captain Kirk. I really love them, and when I look at them, I think of my dad. So, then we have my Wizard of Oz dolls. So my dad was really into getting me these when I first got into collecting dolls again in 2011. Actually, all of these guys I got in 2011 except the 2 Lullaby Munchkin Kelly dolls. So this was my first Dorothy. I got her with my Sweet 16 Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls I showed you. And these little bows are actually from ribbons from my second cousin's baby shower. My aunt let me have them. And I got this Dorothy, this Glinda, and my Scarecrow together from the same seller as my flea market Josephina doll and my sister's flea market Molly doll. And then we have my first Glinda doll, who I got from the same seller my sister's Hogsmeade Harry came from. And I actually got her a nicer dress in a bin of dolls later on. And this is my Tin Man. I got him during that summer of 2011. He's in really bad shape. He has like broken thumbs and stuff, but I love him. I have to say my favorite is probably the Scarecrow. I don't know. He was my favorite character from the movie.
Who wouldn't love a
Scarecrow? And these guys are from the 60 doll bin that one of my So Little Time Ashley dolls came from. I got them together, only she had her outfit. And what I don't like about a lot of these Wizard of Oz dolls is they're sewn in their clothes. He's sewn into his shirt, and he's sewn into his outfit.
I actually took apart this dress to put a snap on it, so she could come out of it.
Then we have some Scooby-Doo dolls. This one was my first. I got her in 2012 in a bin of Bratz dolls and shoes. And this one I got last summer for free. One of my neighbors had a ton of doll stuff, like a lot of vintage Strawberry Shortcake dolls, Disney dolls, all kinds of stuff in our big 2006 dream house. It's on my Flickr account in the Treasure Hunts album if you want to see everything I got that day. But I got
Free
her.
Friday.
Yeah, we call it the Free Friday finds bin. And she actually had a fat head when I got her. Isn't that sad? Like, poor Daphne. These are our Velmas. This was our childhood one. I liked her. Colleen thought she was ugly. I really liked her. She has like burned hair from a blow dryer. Don't blow dry your doll's hair because that's what happens. And then we have this Velma who we got this summer very recently.
Well, Shelly, in my defense, perhaps if this blow dry damage had taken place after I washed the gel out initially, this doll does look a lot prettier because she doesn't have heat damage. So maybe if she looked as nice as her, I would play with her more.
Yes, we got her from actually the Ken suitcase bin guy. The Osmond and Donny Osmond dolls. Okay, I love these guys. I'm gonna be level with you. I know nothing about Marie and Donny Osmond, and I really don't care. So I got this twist and turn Barbie that you saw in my 60s, 70s, and 80s collection from this old woman who had a bunch of old 60s and 70s dolls. And I saw this Marie Osmond doll the first time, but the dolls were $5 each at the time, the first week I saw them. And I was like, no, I don't really need that. I don't know anything about Marie Osmond. I don't need to spend that money. But it weighed on my mind, and I was literally like hoping to see this person set back up again, and I did. But when I went to look through her dolls, I couldn't find her. I ended up finding this one first. I don't know, these two were in the wrong clothes. And this one especially was in horrible shape. She still has a little bit of a crimp mark in her hair from where her like metal elastic was. And she actually has a backwards butt area, I guess you could say. Like, she's a factory defect. Basically, I found her in a different like container that the lady had, but I bought all three. Because I absolutely love them, and I don't know what it is, but I've been like madly addicted. Every time I go into my container and pull one of these dolls out, I literally am like, Marie! And this one's my favorite because I put the most work into her. And I actually got her this outfit at an antique store in a baggie of doll clothes.
This cool fashion we had before.
Yeah, I got it on one of my star dolls, and I didn't know it was Marie Osmond until we researched it.
Yeah, we just found it in the red book.
And then my Donny Osmond dolls, I wanted a Donny for a long time. I have a thing about guy dolls. I love guy dolls, and I always saw Donny Osmond dolls everywhere. Like, he's super common. So I wanted one, especially after I got Marie's, and I figured that was a great excuse. So I got him first. He was naked, but he was really, really nice. Like, his face paint's flawless, his skin color is flawless, and he looks great in this, like, 2005 Ken fashion. And then I got him, I think it was the summer before last, or last summer, in this outfit for $1. So, and they actually look a lot different. If you check out my photos on Flickr, you can see the comparison photo, but they're both made in Hong Kong. Now we're on to my Britney Spears collection. Britney Spears was my very first favorite musical artist, but when I got this Yaboom doll at Kmart, because I liked her two braids, I have a thing for dolls with two braids, that's why I wanted Wizard of Oz Dorothy. I fell in love with Britney Spears music because this Yaboom doll can actually play some of Baby One More Time. All her batteries are out, so you can't hear it right now. And Britney Spears was actually the first thing that my parents adamantly didn't like that I stuck to because I just shamelessly wanted to like her. So my first two CDs ever were Oops, I Did It Again and Baby One More Time, and I still have them. And Oops, I Did It Again is actually completely worn out, like it goes da 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 over some of the songs because we would put it on repeat for hours. So my mom ended up supporting my Britney Spears passion, even though she didn't like her, and she bought me this doll for Christmas. I think it might have been my last Christmas with her. This is Oops, I Did It Again Britney. She comes in the red catsuit. She was the live in concert version with the single Oops, I Did It Again. I got rid of her outfit when I first got back into doll collecting. I don't know why. I'm so angry with myself. This was my first adult Britney. I got her in 2011 in the Generation Girl bin. And this is my MTV VMAs Britney Spears. I got her, I think, in 2012. This is my Oops, I Did It Again concert Britney. She kind of looks like the Pepsi doll, if you ask me. I got her at an antique store, boxed. I was really excited to see her boxed, but I waited a whole year because she was $20 and she's a slim box doll. And I was like, I don't feel like paying that. But I
eventually did.
And then this is a Baby One More Time concert doll. She's the red and white outfit version. I don't have her outfit. I got her in the Ken Suitcase lot. And that is a really cool Barbie bra she is rocking. And this is You Drive Me Crazy, Britney Spears. I also got her this summer. I actually got both of these, all three of these dolls in 2016. I got her for like $2 with my ballerina princess Snow White. This Britney, I think she's supposed to be like wearing a concert outfit, but I couldn't find any info about this, and I got her box. We have Brandy dolls. Always wanted Brandy's because I'm really into African American dolls, like I said. I got her box at the Salvation Army, and I got her, she was my first one. I got her from Bratz Guy. We got her for free, I think, when we bought some
Yeah,
movies.
I think he threw her in.
Her and this mini Britney in. She's a mini You Drive Me Crazy Britney. This is the wrong top. This is my hairstyling Britney. I forget the actual name of her. Brandy. Sorry. I wanted her as a kid because I loved hairstyling dolls. And I got her at a consignment store. boxed with my That's So Raven doll. And this is Shakira. I got her actually from the same consignment store, just at a different time. I had a Shakira doll growing up, the one in the green outfit, but I ended up getting rid of her in my doll purge of 2011. I really, really regretted it. And I ended up finding her and buying her because I missed my other one. She's beautiful. I love Shakira's. And then this is a mini MTV VMA's Britney, who I got in the Memorial Day flea market bin in 2014. She was really skeezy looking. So thank you all so much for watching, and like I said, if you want to see any additional pictures or see any variations or know more about the dolls, I have all kinds of info on my Flickr account, and you don't need a Flickr account to view that information. And if you have a question on there but you don't have an account, you can always ask me on here. I always answer all of the questions and comments. So until next time, love yourself, love your dolls, and love your life.